Deck
open.
issues.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, D? No. 7, 8, 9, 10.
Alright, we are live, by the way.
That just means I can count.
Ooh.
Deck issues.
That's my favorite thing. Let me move that over a little bit, covering up the rankings. There we go. That looks better.
Markman, just chatting.
So I've added a little photo at the end. I checked with Decky before I did this, but I went and took clips of the how long to beat time and the current speedrun world record for Nightshade. Oops.
Oh lord.
I forgot to update that. That's alright. It's not Mario Kart.
I dropped into Decky's stream just to wish him luck, and all I saw was him laying on a conveyor belt. So, like, it was literally for 10 seconds just wishing him luck and popping out, and that's just what I happened to see on the screen.
I popped in and did the same, but I wasn't really paying attention. I saw a dude walking around, which I already know you can do. So
nobody is finishing this game in the HLTV time if they're playing blind.
How long?
The Half-Life Tampa Bay. No, wait, Half-Life Tom Brady time.
Half-Life Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a head crab.
You're gonna die, Brady!
You're gonna die, Brady. Oh, Decky, yeah. Our master Nightshader here, Decky.
Hi, Decky. Cheers.
Wrong week for Pepsi.
Yeah, too bad. This is Cherry Pepsi, my favorite type of Pepsi.
Cherry Pepsi Man!
That'd be cool if you could unlock skins.
Oh, that'd be legit. Pepsi Max Man. It's just all in black. That'd be sick.
Pepsi Zero Sugar Man.
There you go. Ooh, Diet Pepsi Caffeine Free Man.
Crystal Pepsi Man.
Diet Pepsi Caffeine Free Man is just rad. Just rad walking around. Someone's got, man, if I was smart with game stuff, I would absolutely do a rad skin. I don't think you know Norin Rad, but
I don't.
He's a streamer who's in one of the extended circles here, and he's always talking about getting crazy, drinking his Diet Pepsi caffeine free.
Oh, okay.
He's pretty silly about it, but it'd be pretty funny to mod his face into Pepsi Man, onto the Pepsi Man frame.
Well, thank you for stopping by quickly, Deck. Hope you have a good evening.
Yeah, too bad about you playing before we read the book. Have fun, guys. If the wheel places me high, it's wrong. Yeah. Seeing that 9%, yeah. Woof.
Yeah.
That's not a good place to be.
I mean, I have no doubt that this is going to be a tricky game, but I'm still looking forward to it. Like, I like games like the old
Oh, okay.
Leisure Suit Larry and whatnot. So
I feel like there's going to be a lot less innuendo.
right.
Yeah.
22%.
Oh yeah. 22% after 5 hours is still pretty rough. That's a bummer. Sounds like a bad time.
Well, I mean, he would have done better if just his name was Mark.
Yeah. I mean, have you considered changing your name? See, it's worked out for me. Oh. Yeah, ask Cake if it's alright. It's just
She'll be 100% behind you, I assure you.
It's just a new version of the "Would you love me if I was a worm?" question. Would you love
me if I was Mark Man? Oh, God, no.
Oh, God, give me the crab juice.
I got it confused. Yeah.
Awesome. You're in, dude. That's the one. That's how you know it's the one, Decky.
Oh. Oh, excuse me.
Alright, we've been going 5 minutes.
I am still getting over this flu.
Oof.
Funny, last week I was like, oh, I'm feeling better. And then I just got absolutely sideswiped by this fucking flu. And I haven't even streamed Mario Kart yet, so.
I know, I've been waiting for you to do Mario Kart. I'm excited to see how you do. Oh. Alright, we've been here almost 6 minutes. I think whoever's here is going to be here. And whoever isn't can trickle in. Alright. Week 9, we have Nightshade. Apparently, this is an NES point and click adventure game with apparently fight scenes in it. So,
Well, wait, really?
yes, that is what I have gathered, is there are fighting scenes in this game.
Oh,
So
fuck.
You have to be ready to fight as well as sleuth. You're an action superhero after all. So, let's look at what we got here. Also known as The Clue in Japan, is a unique and intriguing point-and-click adventure game. It takes players on a detective's journey through the fictional Metro City. Released in 1992 by Konami, Nightshade offers a distinctive blend of humor, mystery, and comic book style visuals. Players assume the role of Nightshade, a caped and fedora-wearing superhero. Clearly a style that has never gone out of fashion.
They're just staying ahead of the curve.
Right, just going around, milady. As they strive to thwart the plans of the evil Sutek and restore order to the city. Disengaging in NES title, you will explore a detailed urban landscape, interact with eccentric characters, and solve a series of puzzles to uncover clues and progress through the story. Nightshade stands out for its witty dialogue, clever puzzles, and the amusing way it parodies traditional superhero tropes. With its captivating narrative and nostalgic charm, Nightshade offers a memorable adventure for NES enthusiasts and fans of offbeat storytelling alike. Prepare to don the cape and uncover the mysteries that lurk in the shadows of Metro City in this one-of-a-kind NES classic. I believe this is on the eShop too, I want to say.
Okay.
Bum.
I'd actually never heard of this game before the wheel, so.
Oh, me neither. When they spun.
You thought it was a Shinobi follow-up or something.
Yeah. There's a game of the same name called Nightshade, and it's the sequel to Shinobi where you play the girl Shinobi.
Ah.
And I was like, oh well, that makes sense. Everybody hated Shinobi except for me and Flame, so it would make sense for them to put in another one of them to wreck everyone's day. But instead, they threw a curveball.
What a twist.
What a twist. So, basic rules here. Percentage complete over time. Completion percentage is shown upon game over or in the select menu system option here. And from what Fuchsia said, your completion percentage can differ between what you see on the system and what you get when you get a game over.
Yes. Judging by the fact, and he said it's not really spoilers because you are to escape from the non-escapable room. It does look like if you fail, you drop 10% is what it looked like. So
Yeah.
be wary of that, folks. If you're streaming, it should have no problem because you can kind of go back and see what levels you had. But if you're not streaming, make sure that you are taking screenshots or jotting notes down or what have you. So
Yeah. Might just be pertinent to, every so often just check your system menu.
yeah.
Or once you get past the first 4 puzzles there, then it probably a lot less of a issue. So, okay. Pretty basic though. Progress over time. Let us go to the manual. And I did get a little peek at the manual beforehand.
As did I.
How to play Nightshade.
Here's the manual that never fanuals. Okay.
Fan Daniel. Ultra Games, they did the Turtles games, I believe.
TMNT, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this manual is pretty wild. It goes pretty in depth on the story, but more or less,
Well, hey, if it's in the manual, then we're good to read it. So.
yeah. I did read the story, kind of to summarize because it is like 3 pages long. It's Sutek here basically runs all the organized crime in Metro City. He's already taken out one kind of superhero type guy, and called Vortex. And you are now Nightshade, basically trying to pick up where Vortex was, but you have been captured, and you have to escape.
That's how the game starts. You have to escape.
I believe that's what it said. Hold on. There's a new guy around. Maybe Vortex, right? Oh, maybe not. I thought you did. Well, anyway, Vortex has been captured, and you are.
So Sutek is that Amun Ra looking dude?
Yeah, I believe that is him there. The Anubis looking guy.
Anubis, yes. Thank you. If it's Anubis shaped, you know it's evil.
Well, to be fair, Anubis was a judge of your character.
Yeah.
Anyway, even now, yeah, see, it says right here, it wasn't long before Sutek and Nightshade crossed paths. The evil lunatic had his men ambush Nightshade and prepared to remove the last obstacle between himself and total control of Metro City. Even now, Nightshade lies bound somewhere under the city, facing certain death. Can he escape a tragic end, or has Metro City's newest crime fighter met his match? So yeah, you do start out captured.
With over 100 screens to search. God damn.
Search all screens, every pixel.
Be aware of your surroundings and stay sharp. Stormy's gonna hate this game.
Think so?
She is not a fan of trying to keep directions under control. I foresee her getting lost a bit.
Oh, you know that's true. Yeah. Yep.
However, I'm going to get lost a bit too, so it's not going to be a problem just related to her.
This may be a common issue. I mean, 100 screens is a lot of screens.
Exactly.
Alright, so we have our control scheme here. Clearly this is an NES pad. Control pad, you can move in 8 directions. Your control pad's also used to move the cursor box over an item. Your select button calls up your icons menu. Start button to pause. B button to instantly operate something. Also, cancel an order in the icons menu. So if you bring up the icons menu, realize you don't want it, push B to get out. And then A, you press that to activate an order in the icons menu. So bring it up, hover over the icon you want, push A to execute. Also used during the game to examine objects. Just press the button and the examine option appears, along with the cursor box. Move the box over an item and press the A button again. For more information about the examine option, see the next section about the icons menu. Also press to reduce the delay in waiting for text to finish. Speedrun strats. Alright, so recognize the elements. Wow, this is quite the faded image here. Anyway,
yeah.
Here's Nightshade. He's just standing there hanging out. Your popularity gauge is on the top, and your health gauge is on the bottom.
Popularity gauge, oh neat.
Yeah. So the popularity gauge is a measure of our hero's recognition by the citizens. When he does a good deed, word spreads of his actions. With a high popularity, Nightshade will find it easier to get cooperation from the police. Beware though, because failing to commit a good act can lower popularity. With a bad reputation, Nightshade will have a difficult time ridding the city of Sutek. So, apparently there's a bit of a morality system here.
Okay.
Pretty early for a morality system in video games in general.
Eat your heart out, Knights of the Old Republic.
Your health gauge measures your health. If your strength runs out, you will be captured and placed in an escape-proof trap. Once trapped, our hero will meet his untimely doom unless you can figure out a way to free Nightshade. So it looks like if you run out of health, that's not necessarily the end of the game.
That's good.
Acting actively interested in interacting with the interactive icons menu activities. That's a word salad. Or how to do stuff in the game. Nightshade has many resources at his command. To see what they are, press the select button. This brings up the icons menu, which has 10 buttons. From here, you control much of Nightshade's activities in the game. The name of the active icon, if any, will appear at the top box on the right side of the screen. Okay. So you can examine, this brings up a cursor. It looks like a box with crosshairs. Move it over an object and press the A button to learn more about an item. Notice that as you move the cursor with the control pad, an object name may appear in the box in the lower right corner of your screen. That's awesome. That's exactly what I was wondering about.
Yeah.
If it's going to highlight or, otherwise identify things you can actually look at. Here's a helpful tip for you. If a name doesn't appear, Nightshade will not have information for you. If you aren't sure if an item is important, try to examine it. If you don't know whether an item is just part of the background, then activate the cursor and move it around until a name appears in the lower right box. You may also examine items in your inventory. If only the cursor moved.
The cursor.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes me flash back to playing Ultima 7 without a mouse. Oh,
Lord.
It was awful.
I've heard horror stories.
Pick up. Move the cursor over an item you want to pick up, and then press the A button. If you change your mind, press the B button. If Nightshade can't pick up an item, or he isn't close enough, the game will tell you. You have Operate, which if we remember that was the A button?
B button.
B button, you're right. Sometimes Nightshade can operate an item, even though he may not be able to pick up the item or use it. For example, if you examine a room and find a light switch, you can select Operate, and then move the cursor over the light switch. Make sure you're standing next to the item you're trying to operate. Pressing the A button will cause our hero to operate the light switch, thus turning the light on and off. This won't happen, however, if the bulb has burnt out. So this is if you go into the icon and press A to do that. Otherwise,
Right.
It sounds like if you haven't brought up the icon menu, you can just walk up and push B to kind of instantly do it.
Yep.
Speedrun strats.
Speed run.
Use. This works like Operate. To use an item that Nightshade has in his possession, highlight Use and press the A button. The item list will appear, and you can select an item to use. If an item has to be used with something else, then you will see the cursor appear again. So it sounds like you can combine items. Move the cursor over the object you want to use your item with or on. For example, pretend Nightshade has a key in his item list. Comes to a door and tries to go through it, but a message appears saying the door is locked. You would select the Use button from the Icons menu. This brings up the item list. Using the control pad, you highlight the key and press the A button. The menu goes away and the cursor appears on the screen. You then move the cursor over the door and you see the word Lock appear in the box in the lower right corner. Press the A button to use the key on the lock and you see the door open. Okay.
Okay, something's in there that might contradict what you just said. I don't know if you can use items together.
Okay.
Because it says using the control pad, you highlight the key and press the A button. It says then the menu goes away.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you'll be able to use an item with another item in your inventory. It sounds like you'll just be able to use an item with something outside of the menu, so like on the screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
At least that is what I am inferring from the wording of this instruction
sense.
manual.
That makes sense. So that makes sense. Then there would be basically kind of two kinds of items. One, an item he can just use anywhere without needing to interact with something. And then an item like a key where he needs a door for it to go into.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was getting excited about using items with other items in the inventory, though, kind of like Resident Evil sometimes.
Right, that's what I was thinking too, is, combining broken pieces of something together.
Yeah.
Items. This option lets you see all the items which Nightshade has picked up during his adventures. Okay. System. This contains the game controls. From this menu, you can turn sound effects and music on or off. Just highlighting the SFX or music box and press the A button to toggle between on or off. You also see a box in the lower left corner. This tells you how much of the game you have finished. For example, if you're halfway through, it displays 50%. To return to the game, select OK. To leave the game, select Quit. Careful, don't hit the wrong one. Jump. Select this box to have Nightshade jump across something. If there's nothing to jump over, he won't. Okay. Jump, 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 jump.
Jump around. Jump around.
Fight. Of course, what superhero ever wiped out crime without an occasional scuffle? When you encounter some wrongdoing, select Fight. Cursor will appear. Move it over the evildoer and press the A button. The Nightshade logo will flash on your screen and the battle sequence will begin. Oh god. Like I was thinking,
fight this cat.
I was thinking, you know, it may be like a TMNT brawler where you just walk up and you like punch him a few times and then he goes down, but it's like a whole battle sequence, staged fight thing. Exactly. Sometimes you can gather information from the citizens of Metro City. One way to do this is to select the talk icon and try to engage them in conversation. Another way is to buy information by giving them money. Use money on the person. Use money. Another way is to sit down with a pen and paper and write them a nice letter. We don't recommend this method. It takes a long time for a reply, and they aren't real people anyway, so you would look rather silly doing it. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Like I was actually thinking, like, oh wow, there's a system in the game where you can actually write them a letter, and maybe like after so much game time they write you back. No, they're just being goofballs.
Just the devs having fun. See, this is why I miss manuals in today's games.
Right? Nobody's allowed to have fun. All right. This cancels the icon menu. Let's go back to whatever you were doing before. Okay. I think you can also push B.
Yes.
Fighting off the enemies of freedom. When the time comes, you'd better be prepared to fight. Sometimes the forces of evil don't understand reasoning and fair play. When this happens, Nightshade's logo will flash on the screen and the battle sequence will begin. So, you can move, B to punch, A to jump, B and up is to kick, and down to duck. Okay. Oh god, it looks like it's like Kung Fu. Or one of them like Karate Master games.
Oh, fun.
Where you have to like block at the right time or duck in this case.
Enemy, the enemy.
The enemy. Probably this guy. This looks like Nightshade ducking here. Strength bars. Show the power left for Nightshade and his foes. When our hero's power is out, he is captured by Sutek and placed in a death trap. If you're lucky, you'll free him and continue the adventure. Okay. How to handle the super sleuthing of a super detective. A guide for the beginning adventure game player. Adventure games are different from arcade games. Well, no shit. The object isn't just to shoot everything in sight and rack up a gazillion points. Okay. Beg to differ, but some adventure games don't even use points. They require you to solve puzzles or problems and try to achieve a final goal. For example, the goal might be to free Metro City of the evil Sutek. To do this, you may have to solve a lot of smaller problems along the way. There are common questions that new adventure gamers have, so we'll try to answer them for you. What good does it do to examine something? Examine tells you if an item has a special feature. For example, if you examine a desk, you might receive a message that says, Nightshade finds a statue of a golden yak. Alright, so if you see check every desk for the golden yak.
Anything that has a drawer, check it.
Check all the drawers. Another way, it's a gal. What's a gal? Nightshade?
Huh?
Sutek? Who's a gal?
Oh, probably whoever was fighting Nightshade.
Oh. Okay. I can kind of see
check
like
this chest. Wow, this is a nice chest.
big chest. All right, another way examine is useful is to select the examine option and move the cursor around the screen. If an item has a name that appears in the item box in the right corner, it is a clue that something can be done to or with that item.
Oh my.
What should I do with items that I find? If you can pick them up, do. You never know when you'll need an item that you saw once and left behind. For example, after battling all of the hideous otter-headed jungle beasties, and freeing the princess and saving the farmer's son, you may earn a voyage across the Silver River to the Wizard's Keep. Okay. Upon entering the keep and ascending the stairs of amazing girth, you might encounter the Knight of Days, who tells you that the wizard will only see you if you present a gift of gold. Now, don't you wish you'd picked up that yak on the desk?
Do you think that actually happens in this game?
I do not think that actually happens in this game. I think they.
How funny would that be?
I kind of hope it happens now.
I like the stairs of amazing girth. I read ahead of you and I was like, I was waiting for that moment.
I have never heard girth be used to describe stairs. I gotta say that's a first for me. You look at a
stair. To answer your question, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Curved and spiral. If the talk function is the talk function useful or just a distraction? Well, if you would talk to the citizens of Metro City, we can't guarantee that you would learn that there are no otter-headed jungle beasties in this game, let alone a Knight of Days. However, they might have information about Vortex and his secret hideout. Oh. About the Staff of Ra. What do I do with it? This is one of those typical adventure game Staff of Ra questions. Obviously, it's used to fire fireballs at Egyptian-based enemies. To throw a fireball, press up and the B button. Like any other Staff of Ra, this one only has 8 shots, so use them wisely. I feel like that is a reference to another game.
Possibly.
Possibly. What do I do when I get stuck? We recommend throwing your arms up in despair and going outside to play in the fresh air. But if you really want to stick with it, then just try lots of new combinations. For example, if you come to a wall of flame that prevents further progress, try examine on items around you. Maybe something like a giant candle is in the room. You might think, hey, candles produce flames, and there's a giant wall of flame in my way. Next, you could try to use something on the candle, or try to operate the candle. Maybe the candle is really a lever that turns the wall of flame off and on. Oh. What's the deal with the personality gauge? Being a superhero these days is very difficult. You want to help rid your city of evil. Sometimes the people you're trying to help don't know that if you don't have a good reputation. Boy, I goofed that one up. You want to help rid your city of evil, but sometimes the people you're trying to help don't know that if you don't have a good reputation. Okay, I had the wrong emphasis.
Yeah.
If your personality level is higher, the citizens will recognize you and cooperate. They may be more willing to give you information about the bad guys. You can raise your personality level by helping citizens who are being mugged or are trapped in burning buildings. Just being polite is a nice way to earn a good reputation too. Also, proper behavior, such as paying for things you buy from stores, is very important. No Link's Awakening here.
Yeah, no thieving, no turning into a thief here.
I've tried everything I could think of, but I'm still unable to go any further in the game. Is there anything I can do? One idea is to enlist the help of a friend or family member. Nope. Backseating banned.
Can't do that.
Backseating banned. Sometimes
this question and answer is irrelevant.
Sometimes when we try to solve a problem, it helps to get another person's insight. Yeah, after your 5 hours is up. Everyone thinks a little differently, so a sticky situation for you might be more obvious to someone else and vice versa. Adventure games are as much fun for groups as they are for one player. We'll defer to Decky on that one. And make sure to treat your Ultra Game Pack carefully.
If all else fails, call the Ultra Game Counselor department. And I can't see anymore.
Oh, where'd it go? Was it down here?
Right. Up. Nope. Up.
Up.
Just past the... nope. I'm also a little bit behind.
Oh, there it is.
The
I see it. 708-215-5111.
There you go. I wonder if that number's still in operation.
I wonder who has it now.
Welcome to Bethesda Games.
Alright. Ultra Software Corporation. None of the rules say you can't call the hint helpline. I mean, I tried to call the Capcom Pro Gamer hotline when we did Resident Evil.
Really?
Well, I was asking if I could, and I was told I could not.
Oh,
I imagine that hotline is not a thing anymore anyway.
most likely.
All right. So, little tiny bit of research here. You'll see. Here's what we're looking at for the how long to beat and the. Oh shit! Where'd that window go? Ah.
Where did that window
It's not
go?
a window. It's not a window. It's an image. So the how long to beat on this one says the main story should take you 1.5 hours. The main and side quests should take you 2.5 hours. And a completionist will take 5.5 hours. With an average of 3.5 hours for all styles. The current world
Well, Decky fell a little behind.
just a little bit behind of that. The world record for this game, speedrun, is 11 minutes and 2 seconds.
Damn.
Yeah. So, as commonly called out in Quantum Stream, how long to beat is absolute propaganda that just gaslights you into thinking you're a terrible gamer. Because there's
Well, the rules
absolutely
say a dog can't play Nightshade.
so 3.5 hours probably not going to happen for anybody.
Probably not. No.
Because there's no way these times submitted are like first time players. That's kind of the problem with how long to beat is it's always people who know the game already.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is that. Let us go to the wheel picker.
Time for the wheel picker. Looks like for week 7, we had a match.
We had one match right at the top, Big Quantum.
Way to go, Quantum.
Way to go. He is the Pepsi man. The Pepsi Max man.
Pepsi
Man,
TV game.
Markman Nightshade stream. I'm gonna try to stream it tonight. Probably about 9:30 seems to be working pretty good for me, so about 6 hours. But that depends on if Ash wants to do hers. Since we're using the same computer, I obviously can't stream at the same time she does. So.
Oh, Mark, just come over to my place. You can use my rig.
Yeah, I'll just head on right over. Let me get going. I'll be there in a few days.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, probably in 6 hours. That'd be about time when I get started. So here we go. Nightshade, big Nightshade. Let's start this spin.
Ready when you are. Coming in at number 10.
Number 10.
The big 1-0. Fishman himself.
I kind of feel like Fish would actually do well on this one. I've got it in my head that I feel like Pusha, Kythius, Steven, and Hex are going to do really good on this one because it's puzzly. But at the same time, with the new knowledge of there being fight scenes that are apparently atrocious, maybe not so much. We'll see. It's gonna be a bit of a curveball. All right.
Still though, good job on securing that 10th spot, Kythius.
Hey, points are points, man. Take them when you get them.
From one Kai to another.
Autumn, welcome in, buddy.
Stormy hitting that 9th place. All right.
Good for her.
Don't let us down, Stormy.
Don't let us down. This is our prediction, Quantum, for who's gonna win Nightshade.
Yep. Podium spots.
These are our podium spots.
Oh no, should have stopped a couple ago.
Ooh. Hex tree coming a lot lower than I.
Taking number. Hex tree taking number 8. My tongue got tied there.
Hex tree coming a lot lower than I anticipated. You'll see Quantum on the right side there. We predicted that you were going to get first for Pepsi Man, and so you did.
Oh, hacks, hacks.
I haven't been picked
You
on a wheel
haven't, no.
for like 4 weeks now.
Nice to see you back in at the 7th spot, Mark, man.
I'm hoping I can do better than 7th. 7th would be rough. And then again, this game is apparently pretty rough.
Number 6 goes to
Oh,
H3O Charles.
H3O
All right,
Charles.
and that rounds out the bottom half. Who's gonna claim the top half? Find out right now.
Right now. Might have to take Charles off. I haven't seen him since Worms. Just comes in and drops a big Worms first and then leaves. Like farting in an elevator and then getting off right as people get on.
Yes. Garlips, okay.
Ooh. Garlick's coming back from a very disappointing Mario Kart submission. Womp,
Oh.
womp.
He had a rough time there.
He did have a rough time. That game is tough if you're not used to it. Look a bit, Storby. Bet you could catch the most important part of the stream.
Number 4. Mr. Matt Internet.
That would be very surprising if he can pull that off in 2.5 hours.
Go for it, Mr. Matt. You got it. 2.5 hours. We're
2.5.
counting on you.
Hey, speedrun's 11 minutes, alright?
Woof. Number 3. We're in the top 3. Boy, I'll be happy when I don't see Big Captain in the top 3 anymore.
That dude's on a tear lately. He's rocking it.
He is. He is.
He's gonna start. He gets that Worms submission in the Forgotten round, and he's gonna start contending.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Top 5, easy.
All right, number 2, second place goes to I'd welcome that, Stormy. I would welcome that. Jason Vader.
Ooh, another guy who, well, he did 2 games in a row and then vanished, so I hope he comes back. We might have to take him off the wheel as well.
And our number 1 spot for Nightshade, week 9 of the Wheel of Struggle goes to
Oh, get out of here, Quantum. Oh no, Octo. I can't afford that.
Octobi, yeah.
No, I gotta keep my lead. Alright, so we're gonna respin that one, obviously. Just kidding. If Octo takes first in that, I mean, congrats to him. This one's a tough one. And whoever gets first on this.
Amazing season so far.
Hell yeah. I'm not tearing away, so it's not boring.
Wow.
What?
Right now, you guys are tied. The only reason you're in first is because you have, what, 1 more 5th place than he does?
Yeah. So I've got like the 5th level of tiebreakers. And then
That is absolutely crazy.
And then hoping that Tater helps me put some points on him for Mario Kart.
Tater, help him out.
You may,
Or not, I don't know. I don't know how good he is at Mario Kart, so.
he's tearing it up right now.
Oh, is he? Awesome.
Yeah, he hit Special Cup at about 1 hour 20 minutes or so. So he's already.
That's impressive.
He's trying to get his 7th cup now, if I remember.
Okay.
So, all right, guys. So I'm kind of hoping I can figure this game out, but I tend not to do so well with the thinky hard games. So, if I can get top 5 here, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah. I love puzzle games. Don't know how I'll do, especially because there's over 100 screens. So we shall see.
Yeah. Yeah, there being 100 screens is kind of surprising. So hopefully we can tear it up and get some good submissions higher than 22%.
I was just about to say I don't want to bash Deck or anything, but I do hope I get better than 22%.
I mean 20. When I saw his first like progress report there where he did 2 hours and got 9%, I was like, oh my god. But
That worries me.
Fuchsia, I think he did 44 or 45%, was pretty good. Sounds
Okay.
like a good target to try to hit. Feel satisfied with. So
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of wandering around, Stormy. So get your directions ready.
yeah, kind of recap, Stormy. There's a lot. There's 100 screens to be looking through and examining and searching, and there's fight scenes, so you get ready to fight. And apparently the fight scenes are absolutely abysmal and horrendous and terrible. So but if you lose,
Hopefully there are ways that we can avoid them.
yeah, it sounds like according to the book, if you lose a fight scene, there's still a way to avoid a game over. But
That's good.
at least that's what it kind of seems to be hinting at. Yes, you do need to do Mario Kart. So do you, Kylo. Get on that shit.
So do I. I've been waiting. I did not want to play it while I had the flu, just because lack of energy and concentration and
Yeah.
just overall not feeling well. So I am feeling a lot better than I have been, a few days ago. So
Okay. When do you think you're gonna be?
first I had the cold, then I got a flu. So
When do you think you're gonna pick it up then? Tomorrow maybe?
I was actually thinking about doing it tonight.
Oh, fun. Okay.
So I was gonna watch a movie tonight, but I think I'm gonna do Mario Kart instead.
Right on. I did pretty good on Mario Kart, right up until 150 special.
I was gonna say, or at least I'll get through some of Mario Kart and then finish it at another time. Do it in chunks.
Yeah. I'm okay with being defeated by 150 special. It is hard as fuck. I did get a bronze cup on it. I got a bronze cup on it, so I can at least say I completed it. I just didn't get a gold.
There you go.
So, which is better than I did as a kid, because as a kid I only ever beat Mushroom 150 with a gold.
Yeah, as a kid, I did have help from a genie for the 150 cups.
So Will Smith?
Or what? No, Robin Williams. Damn it,
Oh, okay. Sinbad?
the better genie.
Shaq.
What's
Shaq. Shaq.
Shaq.
That's my favorite Genie.
Oh, how about I Dream of Jeannie?
Ooh. I haven't thought about her in a long time.
I haven't either. I'm just trying to think of genies. So
Alright guys, so yeah, you have until Wednesday to get your Mario Karting in. Right now the leaderboard kind of looks like Special Cup 100 is going to be the big divider. A lot of people getting stuck with 6 gold cups, and Special 100 being the 7th. So that's kind of looking like a lot of walls there. So do your best, use your 5 hours, use it wisely. And then
take breaks if you need to. Don't play angrily.
Yes, absolutely take
or do,
breaks.
because the clips are great.
Yeah, absolutely take breaks, because I was really feeling it in the last hour and a half. I was struggling at 150 special, and I really should have just called it and did a third stream. But that's
Man,
okay.
I remember waking up in the middle of the night to pee the other night, and you were playing. I believe it was your second night of Mario Kart. And I'm just popping in, and you're on one of the ghost houses, and I barely remember this, right? I barely remember this, and I'm just like, why is it your title's still wrong? And then you're just like, are you okay, Kylo? Nothing's there. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. And then you're like, oh no, never mind, it's wrong. And it's like, oh, good, redemption. And then I fell right back asleep.
Yeah, where I had placed my live split was covering up a bit of the title script, the title stream title. So I literally just did not see Pre-3, but I saw everything else. So I was like, oh, well, this looks great. This is fine.
Oh, funny
So,
shit.
all right, guys, we're gonna go right over to Tater then. He's doing Mario Kart. And yeah, best of luck to everybody. Hope you all do well. And stream it. Make sure to get your clips in for Tilt of the Week. Yeah, you bet, Quantum. Great nom. Just don't listen to what the Sonic fans say. It's a great nom for Mario Kart. And yeah, best of luck for Nightshade. It's gonna be a weird one.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's gonna be a fun one. All right, take care, guys.